How many people here are retiring within the next 6 years? And before you raise your hand, I don't mean you're gonna crush it over the next 6 years and buy a fucking yacht. I mean you're fucking old and you're finished. So real quick, hands, next 6 years. Raise your hands, retiring next 6 years firm. Okay, so for the five of you, I think at some level you can take some of this with a grain of salt. But for the rest of you, pay very close attention to something that is about to happen over the next decade that will be very important. Why I'm telling you that brand over search or conversion will transform your businesses. In a decade, when somebody needs you, they will be in their kitchen, in their car, in their office, and they will say, Alexa, Google, Apple, Samsung, or whoever wins, I need a lawyer. What are you gonna do then? Just curious, what are you gonna do then? You're gonna be so clever with your copy? There is nothing left besides brand. When that voice machine gives an answer in the back, either they will give the business they bought and take all the business, or if you think Google search terms are expensive, wait till you see what a referral from a voice device is gonna cost you. Oh no, by the way, only one person can get it. You don't see 11 people. I don't get to make a choice because you put a clever name in it, or I like the way your last name sounds, or you got some sort of other variable. It's a binary thing, and you better be in the fucking business of this. Alexa, get me Susan Thompson. Because if you're not, you're gonna be finished. And that is how it's gonna play out. So, I hope you keep enjoying your philosophy of lead generations and sales driven. I'm super excited that you can't figure out how to put out content and give people advice of how to avoid using you, or how to avoid getting in trouble, or other things that people should learn, which would then give you equity. This is real. And in a room where only 5 people are retiring in the next 6 years, and by the way, 3 of them looked way too young to be retiring in the next 6 years, I highly recommend everybody understands that we're at a massive crossroads in technology where personal brand is not some foofy thing or some audacious thing or something we look down on because we don't like the word, because what it really means is reputation. You don't like the word personal brand? Fine, call it reputation. I have a funny feeling a lot of people in here know exactly what that means. And if you are not putting out content at scale on LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram and whatever else emerges, if you do not have a podcast around what you do for a living or show up on podcasts, if you are not digitally native because either A, traditional media of print, radio, television, those other things are appeasing you enough, and your only digital behavior is just sales-driven intent from search queries, and you're overpaying of the next guy or the next gal a little bit more to be the first result in Google AdWords, your strategy is uncomfortably vulnerable.